Alright guys, what's going on? Today we're talking Heist, as you can see by my slideshow here. This is going to be the quick and dirty version of Heist. We're in patch 3.17 currently, but Heist has been around for multiple leagues now, and it's still extremely profitable, one of the best ways of currency making in the game. So we're going to be talking about Heist, but we're going to do it from the minimal min-max, which is kind of an oxymoron, but what we're meaning here is like, how do we get from a drop a rogue marker, I don't know what to do with it, to I'm able to do the most profitable, at least I think the most profitable version of Heist, which is Grand Heists for alt quality gems. So let's jump into it. We're going to be switching between this slideshow and Path of Exile for what we're doing here, how we get from the minimal you need to know, the minimal investment for doing endgame Heist profit. We'll jump into it. Why Heist? First of all, as you can see by this dog, it is fun, right? It's a fun league. It was a good league when it came out. It was one of the, I believe, one of the most expensive leagues you ever made. Voice acting in all new areas, all new characters. They spent a ton, which is why it's probably gonna be core forever. That said, it's something you should probably know about if you're playing regularly. Second thing is it's extremely profitable. As far as I'm aware, it's the only way of getting alt quality gems, anomalous, phantasmal, and divergent quality gems, which if you notice are in pretty much every good endgame build, so it becomes extremely profitable if you have these gems in Trade League. So, last thing about Heist is it's incredibly easy. It's one of these things you can just kind of sit back, relax. You're not like zooming around a map. You're not fighting a boss with crazy mechanics. You're kind of just running through a map and running back. You run to the end, run back, run to the end, run back, over and over. Which sounds a little boring, so it gets into why people hate it, right? Like, the most common thing you'll hear about Heist is from like other content creators or other people is that yes, it's very, very good, but I'm not going to do it. So that's what creates the profitability here. There's a big demand for it, and people know it's good, but there's a little supply because people don't want to do it. Why people don't like it? It's that thing of you're probably just redoing the same thing over and over, but it's got pretty consistent returns. You might not hit anything major at the end. So the other thing is the Heist League was played a ton, if I recall correctly. So people put a ton of time into Heist already, and they just kind of don't want to go back and do it again. The other problem is there's a lot of clicking. Every Heist area has a ton of doors in it. It was nicknamed the Door League. So clicking doors and going through them and fighting mobs that you can actually just skip over for the most part. So that said, I've been having a lot of fun currently with 3.17 with it, just running to the end, getting my alt quality gems and selling them and profit that way. So we need to have like how I can do that every single league without losing my mind by min-maxing. I'm just bare minimum, get me going, get started. Let's jump right into it with rogue markers. Rogue markers are the first thing you're going to notice in Heist. So what are rogue markers? They start dropping in Act 6, along with contracts and potentially blueprints. This is going to be the first one of the only min-max things I'm going to say here. You can probably just completely ignore your rogue markers, your contracts, your blueprints until we're at endgame. Just pick them up and throw them in your hideout. As you can see by this picture down here, rogue markers have a huge stack. As 10,000, which is actually incorrect. It's actually 50,000 now. So they take up one slot, throw them all into your bag, and good to go. Like, just keep picking up. You're fine. You're not gonna run out of space. What do they use for? First thing rogue markers use is they open a portal to the Rogue Harbor. So let's jump into PoE for a second here, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm in Finance Watch. I have all my rogue markers just chilling at the bottom of my currency tab. These don't have an affinity at all, so that is one problem with them. All I have to do is right click on one of these, boom, get up, it can consume one of them, and we get a portal to the Rogue Harbor. As you can see, I'm also going to jump into my hideout right now because this is important. Your hideout has a rogue locker, Heist locker, which does actually sort all of your contracts and blueprints, and you can store rogue markers down here as well. I find it a little more convenient in my currency tab, but you can store them here as well. So this is the Heist locker. All of your contracts are on this side, all of your blueprints are on this side. Basically what I do is just store all these in here until I'm at the end game, and I don't even think about it until we're done mapping. So, go next slide. When do we start heisting? Really, you can start when you want to. You can start as soon as XX. You can jump in. This is what I'm about to mention is as far as min-maxing is going to get in this video. So you're more min-maxing than this, go somewhere else. But this is going to get you off the ground. Ideally, probably shouldn't be doing Heist until you're like can clear like T16 level 83 content, unless you really want to. Of course, always do what you want to. Up until that point, I'm just going to stockpile contracts and rogue markers while I'm leveling. As you see, what my chest just looked like. We have tons of stuff. We have about 100,000 rogue markers. Optionally, while you're mapping and leveling up your passive tree, you can spec into some of the heist passives. Okay, what those look like. Where are they? Right here. So there's one right at the beginning. Most of the paths go straight up here. You can grab this one. It has a +4% chance to contain a smuggler's cache. This is like loot boxes on the ground that contain rogue markers, contracts, and blueprints. Stack size of rogue markers. I know where the other ones are. So the other two wheels for heist are pretty far up the wheel. Probably not going to get later in your mapping. Probably the point where you want to start thinking about doing heist anyways. This wheel right here is really good. It ends with smuggler's cache have a chance to drop blueprints and 10% chance to drop fully reveal blueprints. This is kind of huge. And just extra chance to reveal smuggler's cache. There's no way to put a smuggler's cache on your map other than this, and I believe a sextant can guarantee one. So there's no scarabs, there's no map crafting tool to do this. So it's all odds or maybe a sextant. And the final heist node is up here. It's in a bounty target pack. Bounty target drops a large amount of rogue markers. If you have all the other wheels, this is somewhere between like 3,000 and 4,000. Like rogue markers, it's pretty bonkers. Really good. So yeah, that's completely optional. But if you plan on doing heist, I recommend it. Makes the end a little bit easier. So back into those trees, those if you need them. All right, let's get started. Let's get started with heist. You're level 83. You've done mapping. You're doing some other endgame stuff. You want to start doing a little bit of heist. You want to get into those alt quality gems, get that juicy currency. Right? What do you do first? So you do the tutorial in the Rogue Harbor. You have to go to the Rogue Harbor. Click on your rogue marker, you get to the Rogue Harbor. When you show up there, there's going to be a quest waiting for you. So I'm going to do that right now. Rogue Harbor. My area is all set up right, so you're not going to see the quest waiting for me, but you are going to see the area. So Rai is like your main person here. She gives you the quest. She doesn't have you go around and you talk to all the other crew members. These are all the crew members that you will be unlocking. We'll get into that in a minute here. Kind of walk around here. It's a small area, not a lot going on. You'll end up talking to all these guys, and eventually he'll give you a contract, or you can like kick off the game. And after that, you can start using the contracts that you have collected. Ideally, the first contract you run will be with Karst, lockpicking level 1. And what exactly does that mean? So every crew member, so when you run a contract, you have to run it with a crew member. The crew member has certain abilities, such as Karst does lockpicking and a couple other ones, but he lockpicking level 5, levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 being the best, and you will need some of your guys at 5 to endgame heisting. So again, people that can get to level 5, up to level 5 is very important. So let's talk about unlocking the crew. So I mentioned we want to do lockpicking with Karst first. So what we would do is we go over to our heist locker. We'll just go down here. We'll type in lockpicking. Our guy isn't leveled up, so we want to look for a lockpicking with level 1. Finding one, not finding one. This is common. It can happen. Okay, lockpicking level 1. We're just gonna grab this. At this point in the game, you probably should be good to go. This probably isn't even level 83. You can just alch it. These are treated like maps, basically, or not maps. You can't chisel or anything like that. You can't corrupt them, but you can increase the quality. You can go magic. You can go all the way up to alching them rare. We have a level 1 lockpicking contract. Sweet. I go over talk to Adia here. I will click prepare heist. Put the contract in. Click on the lockpicking. And when you first start, you only have Karst available. He'll be a level 1. You click on Karst and you click sign contract. That will open a portal. It'll open a portal right here to start the actual contract and start the actual content. Alright. So you do that, do your whole mission, you get your... Wait, once the contract starts, you run to the end of the map. Let's actually do that. Let's do it, right? But let's say Karst is level 1, we're doing a level 1 contract. He is going to open up a portal. Awesome. We're portaling. So this is the start of the contract. You get in this little safe zone here. Once you enter here, this is where danger can start. So if you're ready to play the game, when you click into this area. Okay. Map comes up. You're just going to start going. You're just going to go to the end of the map. There'll be some rewards along the way. These chests. These are just the small chests. You can click on them, and your alert level at the bottom here. Very important. If your alert level reaches full, a timer starts down. You have to get to the end of the map, get the item from this display chest here, and before the timer clocks down. Once you grab this item, all you can do is a bunch of reinforcements will spawn, and you have to get out. That's it. So I'm gonna click on a few of these along the way. You'll see sometimes there's loot, sometimes there's not much. The other things that will appear are these side rooms. These typically require your crew member to do something. Karst lockpicks, so he does lockpicking, and then you come in here and there's usually a bigger reward chest. Depending on what type of contract you're running is the type of rewards. So, lockpicking, the big one for lockpicking that you're looking for is currency rooms. You can see I'm going to skip over these ones. The other ones are like rings. I'm not super interested. I'm going to run to the end now. This is what I mean, you can do this pretty fast. There's not a lot going on. Like, this content's not super hard. Run into a door eventually. I'm clicking on doors, right? Door League. We're just running through. There's nothing crazy on this map. Run through to the end. Run through. Alright, this is the final door. Usually the final door has something that your crew member needs to do to get through. He unlocks. We're here. This is the end of the contract, basically. Once you take this, your reinforcements will start spawning. So we click on this a few times, pick up the item. I picked it up really quick. It takes up a lot of space, so make sure you have space in your bag. And we're going to keep. And now all have to do is get out. Get out. If you don't pick up that item and don't bring it out, your characters do not get experience. They do not level up. So make sure if you are planning to level up your characters, that you pick up that item and get out. If your character's a little squishy, you probably can't do this as easily as I'm doing it right now. Pick your map up and follow the same way you came in. You have to unlock a few doors here and there. So this is your first contract, basically. What it's going to be like. You just run through. And this is kind of the reason people say, like, I'm not gonna do Heist, right? This is not super engaging and stuff. You're not doing anything crazy, but it's all part of the setup for the end game. All right, we're out. At this point, the contract's over. We go back to Rogue Harbor. Okay. All right. So, what do we do with this thing? Sell it to Faustus. Sell items. He'll give you rogue markers in return. Awesome. Throw my rogue markers in here. I have 100,000 rogue markers now. Cool. Alright. So now you run your level 1 lock against Karst. What do? It's time to start unlocking the crew. Unlocking the crew is linear, kind of. It's like tri-linear. You will start off the game with start off Heist with these 3 characters unlocked. Karst, Tibbs, and... After your first Karst mission, you will unlock Huck. After you unlock Huck, you just want to do a mission with Huck. Then I believe he does like demolition. So you do a demolition contract with Huck, then you get Niles. Then do one with Niles, you get Vendiri. Do one with Vendiri, you get Gianna, and that chain's over. You also need to do this with Tibbs. One with Tibbs, you unlock Tulina. Unlock Tulina, you get Nanette. Isla doesn't unlock anything. You don't need to run with Isla until later. Once you have all these guys unlocked, good. You can do every type of contract in the game. All your contracts are online. You just don't worry about leveling them up. So how do we want to level them up? Leveling the crew. Once you have all unlocked, the big focus for me is always Gianna. Gianna is the most important member of your crew. She chills out back here. Hi, Gianna.
Oh, hello.
We're gonna show her inventory, what she does. She has level 5 deception. See, you actually flip through all the characters here. You can talk to any of them. We're going to talk to Gianna. Level 5 Deception. Why is this important? Come back to that. The other really important one to me is Vendiri. Vendiri is really important because he has 2 level 5 skills. Trap Disarmament and Demolition. He also has a really cool Heist perk here. Heist chance have a 40% chance to duplicate their contents. Really good character. One of the maybe the only one with 2 level 5s. And a really good perk. Okay. These are my 2. Vendiri, Gianna. I focus on them first. Gianna by far the first though. But why Gianna? Deception is pretty good profit-wise. So if you run Deception Contracts, one of the reward rooms is Divination cards. Divination cards, a lot of times they just end up being like 4 to 5 stacked decks. Stacked decks right now at least go for around a C a piece. You can run a contract, get like at least 5 C in stacked decks and other random currency back. Pretty good. More importantly though, Gianna gives a discounted reveal for Grand Heists when we complete a contract with her. We'll jump on to Grand Heists soon, but what does that look like? So reveal blueprints. I actually need to go grab a blueprint quick. So we're jumping into Grand Heist. Why is this important? I'm gonna grab this one here. Random blueprint.
Well, hello.
Reveal blueprints. I'm gonna put this in here. Yeah, don't have any reveals currently. I've been running these a lot. You have a 70% discount, and you get one of these reveals every time you complete a deception contract. But why is this important? See that revealing the wings is really important. So let's jump into Grand Heists. Get a blueprint, right? First thing we want to start with is Thieves Trinket Contract. Why Thieves Trinket? Thieves Trinket rewards this. It unlocks this item slot and it rewards one of these. A Thieves Trinket. If you want to get super min-maxy, you can do it a bunch of times and get the one that you actually really want with all the rolls. I just got one that had like tier 1 increased rarity. I'm like, that's good enough for me. Good. Chance to get a div card? Easy. There's some out there that are really rare that give you a lot of stuff like chance for Chaos Orb to drop as an Exalted Orb instead. But it's like less than 1%. It's very unlikely to happen even with the Trinket. So that is Thieves Trinket, and that's why you should do that first. Just a little bit extra rarity. Again, optional. You can jump right into old quality gem runs, unusual gems. So that's what I did. Right? That's what I did here. I grabbed a blueprint. My blueprint, as you can see right at the top, it says Heist Target Unusual Gems. These are your alt quality gems. When you have a blueprint, it starts off with one of either 3 or 4 wings revealed. This is the one of 3. Each wing has alt quality gems at the end of it. You want to unlock all of them, right? To do that, you click on here. I don't have any reveals with Gianna. Right now, it's a 70% discount. So like this one in the middle. It costs 988. That currency there is rogue markers. So this is where you start chewing through rogue markers. Well, think about this real quick. This is a 70% discount. It still costs 988 if I had them. If you don't have any, you need to switch to Niles. If you see any contracts with him, he gives you a 10% discount. That's not a lot compared to 70. Finally, Wakano, he gives you a reveal every time you're on a contract, but he charges you full price. So these are 3,000 rogue markers for that one, and 3,300 rogue markers for that. Not only that, each room needs to be revealed. At full price, that's around 1,000 rogue markers. You see where rogue markers start to become really important. So 100,000 rogue markers doesn't seem like a lot anymore. So, again, this is why Gianna's so important. 70% discount. Okay. Here's a quick little guide of what you can get from the Grand Heists. Enchanted armaments, probably not worth running. These trinkets, probably run it once or twice, get a trinket you like and call it a day. Replicas, there are a few really expensive replicas. Again, probably not worth running. Big one for me is unusual gems, alt quality, anomalous, divergent, phantasmal gems. Also, the prime grading lens sells for about an X alt a piece if you get it to show up. It changes the quality type of a gem that already exists, which is really good. If you have a normal gem, it'll change it to anomalous, divergent, or phantasmal. So what do you do from here? We're getting to the end. We're able to do Grand Heists. I'm not going to run a Grand Heist because they take a long time. I don't want to drag this out forever. But what do we do? Right? This is endgame heisting in mind. This is endgame minimal min-max heisting. Do deception contracts for Yana to get reveals. Reveal your Grand Heist. Then you level your character as needed. So again, we'll look at my blueprint here. This one requires lockpicking level 3, perception level 5, and trap disarmament. Yeah, I don't have perception level 5. I would start revealing this contract and go, oh, I need to get perception level 5. I'll run perception contracts on whoever can get perception level 5. How do I find out who has that? Okay, well, Yana has level 1. I don't believe she can get level 5 though. So this is the bad part. You kind of have to jump out of the game to figure all this out. Oh, and the net perception. I believe her perception goes level 5. I believe this top line here, whoever has it in the top line, will go to level 5. So we're gonna go to net, start running perception contracts with the net, get her level 5. This can take not that many contracts really. Go from level 1 to level 5. I think it's probably like 8 to 10 contracts depending on what level. You get more contract if like it requires level 4. You get more XP. Do that. Let's level characters needed. Then you do your Grand Heist. Back. You do your Grand Heist. And where were we? Okay, do your Grand Heist, repeat, then profit. Right? You're getting all of these alt quality gems. Here's good to go. Sell them pretty quickly usually. Put them up market price, you're good to go. There's just not a lot of them out there because people don't like doing this content. I do. I find it fun. So you do this, you repeat. Do deception, Grand Heist, level needed, Grand Heist. Eventually you will not be able to level or build max level. Eventually this you won't have to do. Then you're just doing deception, Grand Heist, reveal, do Grand Heist, repeat. If you have enough rogue markers, you don't even have to do deception contracts if you don't want to. You can just buy rogue markers too. Rogue markers are a tradable currency in this game. If I click on this, go to Awaken PoE trade. You can buy about 60,000 for an Exalt. If you're doing this a lot, that's probably worth it. If you're going to use them, that's probably worth it. Just saying. Alright, last. Ultimate min-maxing. I have to mention it here. Because this is where it gets really expensive and really nitpicky on like small percentage gains. I don't like doing it. Heist gear is how you do that. Brooch and Cloak are most important. Guys out and go and just call it a day on that. It's perfect rolls are super tedious and costly. You have to roll them basically like any other piece of gear. See what those look like at least though. I'm gonna talk to one of these guys, show inventory, look at Gianna's gear. Brooch. So this one requires level 5. I just rolled it a little bit. I hit it with an Alk, go. Level 5 Cloak, hit it with an Alk, go. This middle thing here, this is only for deception. Alk, go. Just don't think about it. It's so much to think about. If you spend that much time min-maxing this, you're not gonna have a lot of fun. And that's what really makes Heist awful. Why people complain about it. So, I as Alk and go those and throw them on the characters I'm using all today. Again, these get really costly. You're going to be spending chaos re-rolling them and stuff, and scours and Alex. Just don't do it. At the end of the day, though, just have fun. Think this is a video game. Have fun. If you like doing Heist, do Heist. If you don't like doing Heist, don't do Heist. Right? Just go buy your alt quality gems. Make currency some other way. Alright. Hopefully this video stays the same for a long time. Took a lot of effort to make that video, make all that content. So if it's helped you out at all, go down below, hit like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want to know about Heist. I've been running a lot as of 3.17 just to get alt qualities and sell them for currency. It's super simple. I can just basically watch Netflix and do this at the same time. So it's nice in that sense. I'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching.